Okay, I've come to realise that my preconceived notions that you guys couldn't possibly be this stupid and had a better idea of what was going on were just that. I cannot actually believe the level of knowledge on this is this tiny. It's ridiculous. I'm able to actually enjoy this and taste this right now. I honestly don't understand how levodopa and shortages in the body has never been connected to this. Was Parkinsonism not an obvious clue? Seriously? Maybe this is why I kind of expected more from you. It's probably unfairly, because clearly you are very qualified and do well in your job role. Whereas Dr. Beskerby, just because he seemed to have knowledge onto the field and I didn't have that much interaction with him, I thought he was actually a doctor. You know, someone with actual knowledge, not just people that, observe and don't have a clue. Also, precisely why I think psychology is utter shit. By the way, I inherently just dismissed FND, what's all these shitty terms? See, I can't even remember it. My brain does not have time for your absolute idiocy. Do you not obviously see that these have no actual diagnostic criteria? There's no understanding whatsoever. And I always thought my knowledge on autism was incredibly lacking, and I wouldn't be able to offer any advice. But clearly, you know nothing. Surely people have proposed this. Or do people just not look into research at all? I mean, I know it doesn't affect you lot, but you don't understand what it's like to literally be in a body where you gradually over time get worse, and all you do is lose energy, you gain apathy, you can no longer feel shit, and your body breaks down on you, literally. I thought the medical reports and data literally that can conclusively state that basically people with ADHD have full systematic decline. I don't understand. I assumed that I, on 50 or lower % cognition, was basically a retard, and obviously kind of was. But even then, I have the benefit of experience and, and having to deal with this shit, but it just does not seem that hard to connect the dots. This was on the low levodopa yesterday, where I still could barely feel anything, and I'm obviously recovering from nearly dying, literally, which I assume you probably didn't even realise was the case, and that's why the hair is terrible. It's a very good thing I did really pay attention to the reports I saw about, I'm not even sure if it was someone who actually did die. I think they might have just about survived through pure luck, and somehow that didn't give you a clue. Also, seriously, no one connected the fact that, what are they called? Stimulants obviously improve neurotransmission. It could not be any more obvious. Seriously. I get the other one, the dopa-responsive dystonia, that makes sense. That's a new field, people aren't really noticing that much, and I imagine people that have this condition tend to die pretty early, because it's fucking awful. So yeah, that makes sense, but is the field of ADHD literally just people with psychiatric degrees? Because isn't it incredibly obvious that counselling and all this crap doesn't really make much difference? Also, the pathology of people's psychosis and so on, it clearly leads to a medical diagnosis. Why would so many people exhibit the exact same traits, plus there is a genetic foundation for it? I seriously cannot comprehend the idiocy. Is the field of ADHD literally just studied by morons? I really need to know. And I assume neurology is actually higher in regard than what I kind of assumed recently. But yeah, if there's no actual foundational knowledge, how the hell would they help? We must take up so much time in the fucking healthcare system and so much money, and you don't help us in the slightest, by the way. Probably the same with autistic people too, who I could already theorise at least 3 or 4 different options that potentially could work. Like, I don't know, I just really need to know. I couldn't possibly comprehend that your understanding was so little. By the way, I'm in the middle of a park doing this, if that says anything. Look at your preconceptions of ADHD and so on, and do that. And all I've had is a second pill, which I did record earlier, and my usual, methodology. With that, I've had 2 pills, which equates to roughly 400 milligrams of levodopa, and I've had the 20 milligrams of Amphexa, and after that, what have I had? I've had about 0.7 grams vaped of a cookies gelato strain. Yeah, I actually remembered that. Fucking hell, damn, that's impressive. It's not ideal because it's a bit more sedative than I'd like right now, but the cookies is helping the nervous system massively. It's definitely not in the same exact way as baclofen. Obviously, it actually improves the function rather than block errant signals. Errant? Ooh, okay, that's a bit more coherent than usual. Anyway, so I've had 400 milligrams of that, essentially, and it's probably still too low, honestly. I didn't go higher based on my own, risk factors, being incredibly careful, and the assumption that you lot were smarter, to be honest. Yeah. So I look forward to actually being able to feel things, move, and just deal with the stupid little HSP thingy that was on the top. Like, at this point, I was already looking into getting the quickest possible degree just to dispense my own prescription, and also, diagnose other people, because the system is absolute dog shit. But at this point, I feel like that would be a complete waste of time, considering the knowledge in the field is so fucking minimal. Like, I could probably talk to the highest regard expert in the field, and they would seem like a moron. And that's not even, like, being, meaningfully... I can't be asked. I am noticing now, though, that I am actually thirsty, and perhaps that is why I'm functioning a little bit slower right now. I would not ever be able to tell that normally. I would feel nothing, feel like shit, break down, but not be able to show it that well because I can't feel, and doctors are stupid. But yeah, that's that. That's my report for today. I'm going to stop trying to explain things in words, because clearly I've been talking to the wrong person the entire time, or people, and I still feel it would be quite hard to convey to even yourself in neurology, Laura, too. And notice how I can have a proper sentence right there. Anyway, that will be my report for today. Maybe people will listen to me a bit more now. Would be nice. By the way, an easy solution financially for the massive deficit of the fact that if people with ADHD actually do get cured, tobacco companies will lose basically all their money, because most of the people that smoke tend to actually be medicating. Obviously, there are actual addicts who are just stupid people, but I bet there's a large quantity of ADHD people self-medicating with smoking, completely unable to quit because of the addictive qualities and the fact it literally makes them function better. But the solution to this financially, to not create a hole, would literally just be turn the tobacco companies into the same people that actually make the stimulants for ADHD medication. There we are, simple, easy, not that difficult, and they can stop literally fucking us over. Done.